Welcome back, everybody, to the 2018 BVarsity Live Coaches Show. I am your host, Trevor Horn. This show is brought to you by Motor City Buick GMC. I'm joined by Teddy Feinberg, our sports editor. And Teddy, I don't know if you know this, but McFarland has never been in a league with other Kern County schools. So for the Cougars to be able to get back into the league, be part of the SSL, which is now a county-only league for the first time in decades, this is a good time for you. And we welcome in Casey Quinn, second head coach over at McFarland. Last time you were here, you were the head coach at Chavez. In between that, you had a stint for 1 year at Clovis North. Mm-hmm. This McFarland stint for you, you got a taste of it last year. You're back at it again. You had a good run at the very beginning of the season. I think you started the year 2-1, right? 3-0?
We went 3-0. Yeah. First of all, I'd love to say that. Hey, thanks for having us on.
Yeah, of
I
course.
love being here.
Thanks for coming down, Coach.
I'm here to represent McFarland, and I love what we're doing over there and doing some pretty dynamic things, and that's why I was able to take the position. I think being in the SSL this year is pretty exciting. Very, very exciting for everybody on campus. I think. I know our coaches here in our football program and all the other coaches in the program are working hard to get their kids ready to go to be competitive in that league. So things are good. McFarland's rocking and rolling. We're doing some dynamic things there across the board academically. One thing off the top of my head, early college is coming around. Partnering up with BC, and kids are going to come into McFarland and have a chance to earn an AA degree.
Really?
Yep, AA degree, and earn a diploma, and then participate in athletics, which is on the rise for sure.
That's awesome.
We're doing some good stuff.
And I know you guys lost the bond that you guys really wanted to build a new campus in town. Did that affect you and anything that you do as a football coach and trying to improve the athletics?
No, our leadership team in the district office and our board is doing a great job. They had a plan B. That plan B is action, and things are rock and roll. The plans are moving forward, and I think they're starting here pretty quick with the multi-purpose room and things like that, and then the weight room's going to come, and things like that. So things are moving forward for sure.
How much does this change in the SSL really kind of help you out, especially with travel and league? Because who you had Farmersville, Orange Cove.
Yeah, we travel. That was one of the biggest things that was good going in the SSL. The travel expenses are going to be down.
Yeah, you go right up to Delano twice.
Yep. So
Wasco's not that far away.
Yep. So we're in Kern County, which we're happy about, and we're able to some of those other schools are able to bring a crowd. They do a good job. There's a lot of tradition in all those schools that we're playing, and the gate's going to be big, so it's going to help our student body and things like that. So we're excited about it, which provides more opportunity for other programs and things like that to help service our kids. So it's a win-win situation for everything from a student body to the athletic programs, and that's just only going to trickle into the classroom for sure.
Teddy, when you think about this, you've worked in New Mexico, you've worked in Pennsylvania, and now you're here in Bakersfield, and you think about, have you ever had a high school that, when in terms of boys' fall sports, that is known more for cross country than it is football?
No, not off the top of my head.
But Casey's at a school as such for obvious reasons. For you as a head,
it's obvious reasons.
Yeah, for obvious reasons. But how do you, as a head coach, get kids out and get excited about football in a town that usually isn't a football town?
Well, I think you bring in dynamic people. They're excited about just supporting other programs and being a part of everything. I think that's first and foremost. Dynamic people that are willing to share the information and teach from all angles, teaching the parents how to be a student athlete, what the process of being a student athlete is, the importance of going to school. And obviously you got to share the information to awesome coaches that are on campus that love the sport. Because not everyone can run, not everyone can play soccer and do some things, So
I can't play soccer.
So that's just an example of what our district's doing. They're providing an opportunity for all students every single day in every single way. So you just got to be dynamic what you do and have fun, and you got to establish positive relationships with people and kids, and I believe that we're doing that. The numbers are up. I think right now we have a freshman football team. I don't think McFarland's seen a freshman football team in the history of McFarland, and so we're doing a good job as far as establishing relationships with those kids at the early age and doing what we can. We're grinding. I'm telling you right now, our coaches are grinding. Our leadership team is grinding, and our administration is allowing us to do what we need to do to get this thing going.
Well, talk up your players. Let's hear about it.
Dude, I love our players. Just a little bit on our players. Last year, we had about 30 kids overall in the varsity team. We had the dynamics of it. We had 18 of those 30 kids were first-year varsity football players, right? 12 of those kids out of 18 were never played football before. And so our team is heading in the right direction right now. I think overall last year we had about 80 kids total, and half those kids were, they're eager about football. I don't know if they were willing to play the football game or to prepare to be a football player or a student athlete in our deal. I think right now our kids are awesome. I think we have, pretty close to 90 kids total. And I think all those.
That's an incredible number for you.
Yeah.
When you think you only have about 800, 900 kids on campus.
900 kids. I think all those kids are dialed in too. So they went from eager last year to trying, seeing what football's all about, to being a willing participant, doing what's necessary to be a student athlete. So our kids are dialed in. Offensively, I feel like we're pretty good. I think we're, working on our skills and stuff. Obviously, we had to work on our skills a lot or during the off season. But any particular player, I just love our kids. I mean, every single one of them. I can name everybody. I wish I had a roster in front of me, but we're doing a pretty good job. All our kids are doing it on both sides of football.
Your first league game on September 14th.
It's around the corner.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it really
is versus Wasco. So you're gonna get a school and a city that loves to travel for their games into your stadium, and it's going to show your fans right away what it means to play another Kern County school like Wasco in league play. Does that excite you?
It excites me. I'm telling you right now, it was one of the things that the plan for me, before I even got to McFarland, that they were going to go in the SSL. You know what I mean? So it's that excited me because I think the league is awesome. Just being a participant in it. And when I was at Chavez, I think every coach does a great job. I think the kids are into it. I think the town takes pride in their student athletes, and so. And in McFarland, we're trying to create that culture in every single program. And so, and I have a big piece of that and be a part of that whole thing and support other programs. But it's going to be huge. I think, Wasco does a great job. They have a lot of tradition, probably the most tradition in each school, every school in the SSL. And so hopefully we're going to be prepared to do a good job. I know we're going to be competitive, working hard to prepare, but it's going to be exciting for sure.
You did some incredible things at Chavez in your 2 years there, two 10-win seasons. And I think, you and I had that conversation about how tough it is. And we've talked about this with Edgar Maris about, you've got to allow kids to, sometimes they have to work to be able to keep, food on the table at home.
Yep.
You deal with that in McFarland in a farming community. Has it made your job at McFarland easier after spending the 2 years at Chavez as a head coach, kind of understanding what it's like to, coach those kids and deal with those family dynamics?
It just tells you that our community is tough and they take pride in taking care of their family, and, I had a conversation today with one administrator is, and we understand the whole thing, and we're their second family away from home, you know what I mean? So our kids, they work hard. And we understand if they're slugging around a little bit at practice, and because they work hard for the families and stuff like that, but they're willing to come to practice and work hard for us too, and we appreciate everything. So, you appreciate it, so it doesn't make our job hard because you appreciate what they're trying to do.
You look at your schedule before I let you go. You're at home against Avenel in your season opener on next Friday. I just can't get over the fact that we're August 8th and we're talking about high school regular season game next week. But anyway, that's our life right now. Then you're at Tranquility. Tranquility is with 2 L's, just so you know.
I didn't know that.
Thank you.
I did not
Thank you,
know. We're going up there too,
Thank
so
you.
we're excited about that road trip.
Tranquility with 2 L's. Yeah, and it's going to be very tranquil. No, it's probably not. You got to play a football game. Then Coalinga, and then you're at Kern Valley. And once you start that Kern Valley game, it's all Kern County.
Yeah.
What do those 4 games in non-league set you up for?
Well, I think those football teams are pretty good. I think Coalinga's coming off a pretty good league. I think they're going to help us get prepared for the SSL. I think Avenal's doing a great job. We played them last year, saw their young talent. And that coach does a good job what he's doing up there. I think that'll help us get ready for the league. I think Tranquility, they got a new guy. I know he's an energetic guy, and he brings a lot of experience. And so I know his football team's going to be wired in, dialed in, and excited about playing us. So I think our preseason's set up to get us ready to go. We just need to stay healthy and learn from our mistakes and appreciate the good stuff and get better on everything.
Yeah, and you talk about not traveling as much in league, but you're traveling a ton in non-league.
Yeah.
Casey, quick, but thanks. Glad you're back on the show.
Thank you for having us.
And appreciate your time. Good luck this year in the SSL. It's a lot of fun to have you back into the fray in Kern County. We're going to take a quick break, and then you got one of his league rivals. It's George Falgat over at Taft. He's on next. We'll be right back.